Hi, Chess Kane here. I wanted to do a video regarding my 66 four-door. This is a 500. Although I'm doing some upgrades, you can see I'm working on the interior or the insulation. This is part 3, the acoustic shield. So I'm going to do a video on that soon. But really I want to go over is solutions to alternator problems, especially if you're in the middle of a rebuild or you want to do a lot of driving where the dependability of the car is very important. So in the past I've always rebuilt these, whether it's the newer type alternators or the the external regulator type, which I have here. You want more dependability. I have a second Corvair that had one that was bad, so I pulled one out of a box that wasn't so good, and I thought, all right, now I got to run around town getting all the parts to rebuild one. And that car might have been underwater at some time, so I didn't trust the electrics. And I was going through Clark's. I was going to here's the new catalog, by the way. Anyway, I was going to order all these parts separate, and I thought, you know what, I should get a new stator, at least on this one here that I depend on. Then I turned the page. I was looking online actually, and I was like, you know what, this is not a bad deal, the fully rebuilt alternator, and it comes with a new stator and rotor, and it's load tested. But with all the new parts, how could I say no? And the other neat thing about this, and here it is, you send a core back, so there is a core charge. They pack it really nicely, so you have that to reuse. But here it is. Here's the nice thing. Of course, you get the proper fan. You never want to get the reverse fan, otherwise you'll burn out the motor. The air needs to come this direction because you need the cool air back here. But take a look at this. All the diodes are fresh. It's not just a glass beaded thing, Everything's replaced. All the hardware, the internal brush parts. We got the bearing put in properly. Of course, the the condenser. You can see clearly inside. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's the armature in there. You can see it standing still. The bearings are all fresh. It's painted, and of course the front bearing. There's no wobbling or anything. So this is for the price. I thought it was a great deal. Even the shipping wasn't that bad. So rather than fiddling around with all that, if you total up the parts, the only big chunk of money was really the core charge, which I'm sending the one off the 65, the red Corvair. That's going to go back to Clark's. So another thing this video to answer is often in the forums or on the Facebook page for Corvairs, new people come by, and one of the questions I see a lot is where can I get parts for the Corvair? And I'm not one of the newer people, or I haven't been around this forever, but 1994 I got my first Corvair, and there was a couple vendors there, but Clark's has always been around. As you can see, this is the middle of the catalog. There's just so much to offer. In fact, I would venture to say there's more Corvair parts, quality Corvair parts available now than there were 20 years ago, or especially when the cars finished production. So yeah, with that said, you've got a source of parts. Go online if you're looking for anything in particular, though. You might find it used for less. There's a lot of people with hordes of parts trying to get rid of them. Always start with a new wiring harness, by the way. These things, these connectors get in real bad shape. You don't want to be stuck out on the road. Always carry a fire extinguisher. I'm going to mount one in here, and also in the cab I've got a release unit to install. Make sure your battery is tied down properly. A couple little quick tips. Also, for newcomers, we did a video on the cooling area, but always check your oil cooler for debris that might go through the vents there. So anyway, we're going to do some more videos here soon. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll be doing more. Okay, Garmin, stop recording.